Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. My name is Mahdi the Magician, and today I'm going to be showing you how to ribbon spread a deck of cards, how to turn over that ribbon spread, and do a few other cool things with it. Today we're going to be learning how to ribbon spread the deck. This is a very simple procedure. All you do is have the deck squared up in your starting position. Our starting position right now is on the left side of the table. You're going to reach over and push the deck so that the cards spread evenly across the table. This is a classic technique in magic. You see people do it on tables all the time. I'm going to show you the finesses behind this technique as well as other things that you can do with it. But first, let's go into the technique itself. Once the deck is squared up, you're going to come into contact with the deck on this side, and all that's happening is the deck is becoming beveled. The way that it becomes beveled is it moves like this. This is all that's happening in the deck, and when those cards make contact one by one with the surface of the table, they stick. So as you press, the bottom makes contact, the second makes contact, the third, fourth, fifth, all the way through. Because of the friction of the table, each card will only go a certain distance and then will stop, allowing you to spread the deck. We start with the deck squared. It's placed in its starting position. As you're pushing the deck, it will become beveled and slowly go one by one. The way that it looks is just like this. Now, a few things to note. You can spread the deck in many ways. If you were, for instance, to just square up the deck, leave it on one side of the table, and put pressure and push, you would get a spread. This is what would happen. Push on the top of the deck and move it. You get a spread. This is not a good spread. So what you're going to want to do, instead of putting the pressure on the top of the deck, is put it more on the sides of the deck. I'm really pushing from the side of the deck. If you watch, I'm making contact with the lowest part that I can on the side, and then I'm pushing from the side over here. And as each card goes, my arm slowly moves up to accommodate that card slipping out, so that I can spread further and further all the way to the end. Ideally, you want to spread it in a way that the cards looked well balanced throughout the spread. So to get an even spread, I'm going to do it like this. And it's pretty even. There's a few parts of the deck that you can see more of the back, and then other areas where it gets tighter. This becomes useful in different stuff. Let's say you were doing a magic trick and you want, oh no, I'm not supposed to teach magic. Shoot, I'm sorry. Who do I think I am? Once you get that technique down, you can move into one of the more advanced techniques, such as turning the spread over. So first, we're going to spread the deck. You want it to be slightly tight when you're starting out. This will just make it easier. And then you're going to lift up a card over here at the edge. Now, depending on the surface, this surface is hard to pick up the cards from the edge. So what I'm going to do, because it's not coming up when I'm pressing down, is I'm just going to, after I spread, grab the top card, pick it up, maybe give it a little flourish, slide it underneath that bottom card, and then I can immediately turn the cards over, just like this. I'm going to go over that because there's a lot of things happening here. You're going to spread the deck. Try to keep a nice spread, not too many clumps and not too wide apart. For instance, you don't want a part where you have a spread like this, because when you're turning it over, it will break at that point and you don't want it to break. So you spread, you pull that top card out, do your little flourish, slide it underneath that bottom card, and as you slide it underneath, this is going in at, I don't know what angle this is. What is this angle, 45 degrees? Not too sure. Goes
30 degrees.
Maybe 30 degrees. We're not mathematicians here. This goes underneath, and now you're going to just lift that up, lift that up, lift that up. And once you get to this point, you just move it. It's like a wave. You just slowly guide it. Many people press way too hard and they bend the cards and the cards become a mess. You just do it softly. You gently guide it. You gently guide that wave. Think of it as a wave going over water. It's just like that. Just keep it smooth and close it up. Another really cool thing that we can do is once we spread it, is we can catch it at the end. So let's say I'm turning this over. Boom, 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 boom. My arm goes underneath, and I can bring them together, square, and leave this on the table. You want to practice speed and smoothness. I would recommend starting everything very slowly, and once you learn how to do it properly, you can speed up. That's not all you can do. Let's say you were to do the same thing. Again, we take that top card. The reason I did it face up and I just grabbed it from here is because of the way that these cards are bent right now, they're very hard to pick up. They're sort of bent like this, which makes it a lot harder to pick up. You see, I can barely pick it up, and like this, I can pick it up easily. This goes underneath here. We turn, 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 all the way. This time, instead of going underneath, we can even go back. Again, this all is just you being very gentle with the cards, and you're more guiding it. You're always keeping contact, but you're never really holding it down. You're just moving. And the more you stop, the more errors develop in the spread, and the more easily the spread breaks. For example, and the more you do this, by the way, the spread breaks. If you do this 3-4 times, the spread will break. For example, if I go back and I hold it here, here's what happens. I have a break in the spread right here. If I try to go back, it's not going to work. Boom, spread over. And that's how it sometimes ends if you do it too much. So I'll teach you another technique you can do with this. This is actually pretty cool. You can actually split the spread into two parts. So again, we spread, take that top card, we do our little flourish, slide it under, we turn, 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 turn. We get to about halfway, and now I'm going to connect with my other arm on the other half of the deck. I'm going to move my left arm to the right and my right arm to the right. I mean, my left arm to the left is my right arm to the right. And here the spread splits. I have this really cool visual. I can bring it back. Close that spread once again. So this has been the spread. Now, I know a lot of you have seen this on TV, in the movies, and in person, and you've probably thought it's really hard to do, really impossible, but in reality it's very simple. It more has to do with touch and just understanding the physics of the cards and how they work. So once again, you're going to put the deck square on the table, and all you're doing is pressing gently. Watch those cards go one by one as you do it. And you can go super slow motion. When you're starting out, you can speed up as you get better. It's a very simple move. This has been the spread. Very simple technique. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, and I hope to be making more of these videos soon. This is my deck of cards. This is it. I've been talking about this for about a year now, designing it, drawing it, doing it. So if you guys want to get a deck, they're available now for a limited time at the link down below. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next video.